The 9th day of May 2013, and we are live. The 9th day of May 2013. I'm your host, Dr. Peter Glidden, your steadfast advocate for health, your friendly neighborhood naturopath, reminding you that only you can prevent MD-directed allopathic reductionism. I was reading an article online today, and it said the top 3 cheapest places to retire in the world. Top 3 cheapest places to retire in the world, and that got me thinking. How come you never see a headline that says the most expensive, luxurious, awesome places in the world to retire? Well, I'll tell you why. Because it's only 1/10 of 1% of the population that has that kind of money. And why is it only the 1% that has that kind of money? Because we've been convinced by 100 years of social engineering and manipulation that it's the only thing that you can do with your life is to shrink your dreams to fit your budget rather than growing your budget to fit your dreams. We've been socialized to accept less and less and less instead of realizing, creating more and more and more, because for goodness sake, you've got a job. There are limits and restrictions on how much you're going to earn that are baked into that cake. They're baked into it. The only way you can make more is to get another job, and the only way you can get another job is to become a caffeine addict, and then you lose all the quality of your life. You just lose it completely. Or, you lean on the fact that, you're just waiting for that retirement, you're waiting for that pension to kick in. So basically, you're giving up the first half of your life so that you can enjoy it in the second half of your life, but then the demons from Wall Street raid the pension fund and you have no recourse. Or you finally make it to the ripe old age of retirement and then your health is in the crapper because you've leaned your entire life on a failed medical system that has monopolized the medical marketplace to the exclusion of all others, to your detriment. That's great. Isn't that just a great system? Well, snap out of it and wake up. That's exactly what we are embedded with. Well, guess what? There is a different way to do it. There is a different way to do it. When you join Team Glidden, when you join Longevity's Team Glidden, by building your way, we'll teach you to build your business by starting with the CEO Mega Pack. Start with the CEO Mega Pack. It's $500. For $500, you'll get a 1-month supply of the 90 essential nutrients that you need to support and promote the structure and function of your body and bring your health back from the brink. You'll also get 150 full serving size sample packs to give to your friends and family members, and you'll get a training kit to get you started. By the way, the training kit and the CEO pack for $500 unlocks all 10 levels of commission payments and gives you access to an entire team. An entire team. That's why it's called Team Glidden. We're here to support you in your health, freedom, and your wealth. The success of your health and the success of your wealth. And not only this, folks, I'm going to teach you, my team will teach you how to make back your initial $500 investment within 1 month. Doing it part-time, just applying our simple system. You'll make the money back in 1 month. It's a conservative estimate, and within 3 months, conservatively, by following our simple system, your longevity checks will cover the cost of all of your family supplements. All of your family supplements. So nobody in your family has to pay a dime out of their pocket to get the world's best nutritional supplements, to bring your health back from the brink, to save yourself from the Machiavellian machinations of your mediocre, monopolistic MD. For goodness sake. Plus, as a final note, not only will you get your supplements for free, get back your initial investment, be a member of a team that's leading a social mission forward here, but you'll also start to generate a residual income that just keeps paying and paying and paying and paying and paying, and it gets better and better and better the more and more you apply yourself, because after all, it is called network marketing. Is this a pipe dream? No. Is it an overnight sensation? No. Is it some type of like easy money Bernie Madoff scheme? No. Those are illegal. But what this is a simple time-proven, time-tested method of building a residual income through a networking strategy which leverages your time for money. You don't have to pay your time for money. You take advantage of other people's efforts, exactly the same way that the Beatles did when they recorded Abbey Road. They recorded it once, and they're still getting paid for it. At least the surviving members are. And the family members of those surviving are getting it also, which is another thing to consider, because as a longevity business builder, as a longevity business owner, as a member of our grassroots organization, when you build up your longevity business and then it's time for you to kick the mortal coil, to leave planet Earth and go wherever it is you're going to go, when it's time for that, guess what? You can will your longevity business to whomever you want, and it keeps paying. It keeps paying. Now, if you work for AT&T or you work for Apple or you work for IBM or you work for Microsoft, is Microsoft going to continue to pay your relatives after you die? No. But longevity will. Longevity will, because it's a willable asset. You can will your business to whomever you want, and it just keeps on ticking away and away and away. And why don't you know this? Why weren't you taught this in high school? Why weren't you taught this in economics class? Why weren't you taught this in college? For goodness sake, you were taught about the wonderful thing of compound interest, and your instructors told you that if you invest $10 a month, starting at age 10 with a 10% return on your income, by the time you're 40, it will have generated into $3 million billion, whatever. You were taught about that while they were putting the manacles on your wrists and your feet and shuffling you off to your J-O-B. You have been played by 100 years of social engineering. You have. Look around. How many people do you know that have no credit card debt? How many people do you know who own their homes debt-free? How many? Look around. How many people do you know driving brand new cars? How many? How many people do you know that live in really nice, fully furnished, awesome houses? How many people do you know that have a year's worth of food sacked away, that are wealthy enough to have a year's worth of food stored away just in case? How many people do you know? Hardly any. And it's not for want of motivation. It's not for want of determination. It's not for want of a work ethic. It's simply for lack of knowledge. I mean, let's face facts. The MDs, the powers that be, have told you for 100 years that the MDs are the king, that they're the only people to go to, that everybody else is a back-of-the-bus quack. And while we've taken that advice, our health has gone to hell in a handbasket. It's the wrong advice. Well, they did it on purpose. They know that their therapies don't heal anything. They know that if you go with the MDs, you're going to get sicker and sicker, and they're going to make more and more money, and you're going to get poorer and poorer. Your health's going to get worse and worse, but don't question the MD. And they've also told you that you need to just shut up and apply for a JOB, that this network marketing stuff is a pyramid scam. It's a scheme. It's ridiculous, and you've been lied to. While you have paid attention to the powers that be, your wealth has gotten less and less and less. Your health has gotten less and less and less. You're going to continue to go down that road? How's that working for you? Like Dr. Phil says, how's that working for you? You happy? Well, God bless you. It's an almost free world. God bless you. If you're happy with your status quo, then, continue to do what you've always done. But if you're sick of it, if you're sick of being sick, if you're sick of watching your relatives drop like flies, if you're sick of not being able to communicate with your parents anymore because of dementia, if you're sick of, just not even being able to play 9 holes of golf anymore and you're only in your 60s, for goodness sake. If you're on the list for the new knee, if you're taking 16 prescription medications a day just to get you through the day, and if you know that there must be a better way, and if you wake up in the middle of the night because you don't know what's going to happen to your retirement fund, that it's itinerant upon what the stock market does. Oh, please, Jesus, make the stocks go up. Is that your strategy? Is that your wealth investment strategy, to lean on the vicissitudes of the stock market? Well, guess what? There is a better way. $500 as a CEO brings you into the fold, folks, and we will teach you how to recover your health and grow your wealth with a simple system. We got a 7-year-old in Seattle that's doing it. You know, she probably knows how to spell vitamin. She's a smart little kid. Illyrian, shout out to you, girl, and your mother, and your mother's partner, and Ashley and Duffy, who showed you this message. For goodness sake, it's teamwork. But if a 7-year-old can do it, you think you can do it? We were just at a conference in Las Vegas, the annual Longevity Convention, 1,500 people. They're no different than you. There's no different than you. I mean, it's a cross-cultural phenomenon. We got plumbers, we got lawyers, we got bookkeepers, we've got ditch diggers, we've got scientists, we've got pastors, we've got rebels, we've got professional athletes, we've got amateur athletes, we've got couch potatoes growing their longevity business, securing and ensuring not only their wealth, but how about a legacy of wealth? How about let's look at the best places in the world to retire instead of the cheapest? How about you get your wealth back with a CEO pack? Longevity is the way. FireYourMDNow.com is the team. Team Glidden, FireYourMDNow.com. Click on the longevity button and sign up. Also, FireYourMDNow.ca. Click on the longevity button and sign yourself up. Budget to fit your dreams, ladies and gentlemen. Grow your budget to fit your dreams. Join our grassroots coalition of the informed. Help to increase the health and the wealth of those around you, and your health and wealth will automatically increase. That's how we do it. We help other people. That's how we do it. It's not a bad business to be with. It's an awesome group of people to be hanging out with. I got to tell you this. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to go to FireYourMDNow.com or FireYourMDNow.ca. That's our Canadian affiliate. If you're listening from Canada, go to FireYourMDNow.ca. Click on the Find a Longevity link. It's right there in the menu bar of either website. And join Longevity as a CEO. It's a CEO mega pack. $500 investment in your future. It will change your life, and we will hold your hand every step of the way. Join us, Team Glidden, and let us show you and everybody in your family how to do it. For goodness sake, why not you? People say, oh, why me, Dr. Glidden? I don't deserve to have all this money. I don't. You've become culturally conditioned to think that you're not special. Guess what? You are. If not you, then who? Who should be a millionaire if not you? Who? You tell me. Is it Donald Trump? Really? Really? If not you, then who? Take a walk on the wild side. For goodness sake, it's not even the wild side. Take a walk into sanity. Wake up, snap out of it, shake the dust off, and move into a bright future. You want to do some work? We'll show you how to do it. We'll show you how to do it efficiently, the way that you should have been shown 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago, but the educational system let you down. The way that your medical professionals should have showed you 20, 30, 40 years ago, but they let you down. You sick of it? You should be. This is the way out. The CEO Mega Pack at fireyourmdnow.ca and fireyourmdnow.com. Belinda from Indiana, she fired her medical doctor, and she's calling in with a whole bunch of questions. Welcome aboard, Belinda. Thanks for calling. You are live.
Well, thank you, Dr. Glidden. It's a pleasure to be on the line with you. Thank you for taking my call.
Well, hey, Belinda, you're welcome. And by the way, Belinda, you are the only Belinda that I've ever known. I bet you get that a lot.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of an unusual name, Belinda. You know, I think let me search my database here real quickly in my corpus callosum. Yep, you are the only Belinda that I've ever known. Do you know any other Belindas? Are there any other Belindas in your life?
There's not, but there's that one famous one.
I rest my case. So anyway, girl, thanks so much for calling. How can I help?
I have a friend. She's only 33. She's 5'5", 265 pounds.
Yeah.
And she came to me to lose weight because she saw I had lost 95 pounds on the longevity products.
Woohoo.
And she said, I want what you're taking. I started talking to her. I found out she has sarcoidosis, a pulmonary nodule.
Ouch.
She had her gallbladder taken out. She has uterine fibroids and hypertension.
Oh, look out. Yeah, so that's just a whole host of MD ineptitude. I mean, you know, one thing after the other, right? It's one thing after the other. And the thing about this, Belinda, is that the only reason that she's gone back to these knuckleheads with all of these conditions, because all of these conditions are the MD's fault. They are. It's caused by medical incompetence. That's what causes this stuff. We know how to fix this stuff. We know how to support and promote the structure and function of the human body so the human body optimizes its function, and sarcoidosis doesn't happen, pulmonary fibrosis doesn't happen. You don't get blood clots in your lungs because you have lungs. You get blood clots in your lungs because you have a stupid doctor. For goodness sake, but you know, the MDs have convinced your friend and everybody else in the world except you and every other longevity member that it's not the doctor's fault, it's your fault. You've got the bad gene. You've got the high blood pressure gene. You've got the pulmonary thrombosis gene. You've got the whatever it is gene. Just add the disease and then put gene after it. Or it's the autoimmune disease, right? It's nonsense. I mean, it's crazy to me why we put up with such incompetence, and we wouldn't do it with any other system. We wouldn't do it. If there was this much incompetence in your automobile mechanic, you'd fire him. If there was this much incompetence in the school bus driver, you wouldn't put your kids on the school bus. If there was this much incompetence in the airline industry, nobody would ever get on a jet again. But we put up with it with the MDs because we've been convinced by big pharma, that it's the MD is the only way. You stick with me through this break, Belinda. I'll tell you specifically what to do for your friend. Why? Because you are her last best hope. Stay tuned. 866-582-9933. That's the number to call to talk to me live today and every day that we're live here, Monday through Friday from 3 to 5 p.m. Central Time on the Genesis Communication Network. If you're listening to the podcast after hours, the number to call to get info, 855-347-3696. It's the same number to call to schedule an appointment to speak with me professionally. Of course, we don't recommend this. We recommend you join Longevity and speak to a Longevity representative because healing is easy. And for most chronic illnesses, in order to support and promote your body's ability to fix itself, you don't need a private consultation. You don't need expensive, fancy, schmancy lab work. You don't need it. You need to stop eating 10 bad foods, and you need to give your body the raw materials that it needs to fix itself. Get the heck out of the way and see to what ability you bounce back. It's that simple, folks. Most of the time, it's that simple. Now, we're speaking to Belinda from Indiana. You still with me, Belinda?
I'm still here.
All right. So because your friend has had their gallbladder removed, she needs to be taking the Healthy Digestion Pack, appropriate for body weight. And the reason for that is that the gallbladder secretes a digestive enzyme called bile. into the digestive tract. The gallbladder is basically a little bag that sits underneath your liver, and it holds bile that the liver makes, and then it squirts it into the digestive tract when nature calls upon it to do so. But because their knucklehead MDs remove the gallbladder, and the reason that they do that, by the way, is because it's a very easy procedure to do now with something called laparoscopic surgery, and they make a nice, tidy profit doing it. So, and you know, when all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a nail. So even though the gallbladder may not need to be removed, they're going to remove it anyway because they're going to profit from it, and it's an easy procedure to do now. It's nonsense, but, you know, what are you going to do? Now, because she's had the gallbladder removed, she needs to be adding a supplement into her diet every day that provides the digestive enzyme that the gallbladder used to, because it ain't there anymore. So the recommendation there is the Healthy Digestion Pack with the ultimate enzymes. The ultimate enzymes are what we recommend to support and promote the structure and function of the digestive tract in the absence of a gallbladder. So in a perfect world, what I would have your friend do with this whole host of conditions for the first 90 days is the Healthy Digestion Pack and selenium appropriate for body weight. The Healthy Digestion Pack and selenium appropriate for body weight, with 1 extra bottle of EFA at the 180 count per month, and 1 extra bottle of either the OsteoFX Plus or the Cal Toddy per month for 90 days. Now, if they can't afford the add-ons, that's okay. If she's 200 pounds and she can only afford the 100-pound dose, that's okay. She has to start somewhere. And just by using the Healthy Digestion Pack and the selenium appropriate for body weight, and eliminating the 10 bad foods. You knew I was going to say that because everybody needs to do that, so she needs to do that too. In the first 4 weeks, that's all she needs to do. Just stop eating the 10 bad foods and start taking the dietary supplements every day. And then starting in the second month, she continues to eliminate the 10 bad foods, continues to take the dietary supplements every month, and starts to dial in 1,200 calories a day or less. 1,200 calories a day or less starting in the second month. And she just maintains 1,200 calories a day until she's at her target weight. It's that simple. And into the bargain, she should see her digestion improve, and she should see the blood pressure numbers improve. You want to tell everybody that does a medical nutrition program, a science-based, clinically verified medical nutrition program, who's on blood pressure meds, to be measuring their blood pressure religiously every day when they start the nutrition program. Because the nutrition program has the ability quickly to support and promote healthy blood pressure. And if her blood pressure numbers start to come down because of what we're doing with medical nutrition, then she needs to be aware of that and cut back on her prescription meds under the supervision of a pharmacist or a medical professional. Because if her blood pressure gets too low, because the nutrition program has worked and now she's got normal blood pressure, but the blood she's still taking the meds, her BP is going to be way too low, and that's dangerous. So as long as she stays on top of the blood pressure every day and goes back to the medical professional every 2-3 weeks to have them check it out so that they can reduce the blood pressure medicine appropriately, she will be good to go. We take complicated stuff like this one thing at a time, Belinda, and, often because of the holistic nature of everything, it's all that we need to do. So that's my advice for the first 90 days. Give it a roll and see what happens, and then call us back. Or better yet, have your friend call us back with a progress report, and we'll look forward to that. Does that sound like an idea, Belinda?
Sounds like a winner.
All right, Belinda, thanks for everything that you do. Now go out there and enroll some more people because you are their last best hope. I mean, it's a tragic thing to say, or I don't know, tragic. Maybe it's an optimistic thing to say, but whatever. The people that we've leaned on to help us with our health have failed us. And so now we have to take it upon ourselves to sort it out and figure it out. And this is why Dr. Wallach formed Youngevity as a network marketing company, because we're growing a grassroots coalition of the informed to spread the message that, guess what? Healing is easy. Somebody talked to Joe from Des Moines because he called. I want some advice. Hey, Joe, thanks for the call. You are live. Hello, Joe.
Hi, Dr. Glidden.
Hey, Joe. Thanks for calling. Yeah. You're on the air, buddy. How can I help?
Awesome. I'm a pretty active person, and I think I might have tore something in my chest muscle when I was working out about a month ago.
Yeah.
And I'm worried if I go to the doctor, they're just going to want to do some sort of surgery or something. They always want to, try to get as much as they can out of you.
Yeah.
So I was wondering if there was something I could do naturally, or I know there's some sort of product in longevity that I could be taking that will help naturally rebuild the ligaments or.
Yeah, man, absolutely. There's a lot that you can do, but we got to keep it all in rational perspective here, right? Because, so here's basic anatomy 101. We have a muscle, and on either end of the muscle there's a tendon. And one tendon on one end of the muscle attaches to a certain bone, and the tendon on the other side of the muscle attaches to a different bone. And then every time the muscle contracts, because it's attached at both ends, it moves the muscle. That's how it works. Now, when you injure that anatomical structure, there's a number of ways you can do it. If you just injure the muscle fibers themselves, then there's no problem and surgery is not necessary. If you injure the tendons, the parts of the muscle that actually attach and stick the muscle to the bone, depending on the extent of the injury, surgery either is indicated or it's not indicated. If that tendon has torn completely off of the bone and it's flapping around in the breeze, then you need surgery in order to fix that. But if it's just torn a little bit, or if it's lifted up a little bit, if it's not a complete tear all the way through and through, then medical nutrition is the way to go. So, probably approved. Go ahead.
No, it's not like sagging or anything. There's no noticeable physical difference when I look at my pectoral muscle, but it's just a lot of pain, and the normal average, like the push-up motion, I just have a lot of pain. It's not so much that I noticed anything like that looks different.
Yeah. All right. Well, so here's the deal. Either way, if it has not torn all the way through and through, then your body will be able to fix it. It fixes stuff like this all the time. So, the best thing for you to do, the best thing for your pocketbook, and certainly the best thing for your body, because this is not a life-threatening thing and we don't need to figure this out immediately, right? The best thing to do is just assume that it's repairable by the body and move ahead appropriately. You'll know within 4, 5, 6 weeks whether or not the program is effective. And if the program is effective, you're good to go. If 6 weeks from now you're in just as much pain as you are now, or the pain's getting worse, then it's probably a surgical thing. But either way, even if it is a surgical thing and, you need to go that route in 6 or 7 or 8 weeks from now, going under the knife after your body's been nutrified for 8 weeks is much better than going under the knife with a body that's nutrient deficient. So either way, you can't lose into the bargain here. So what's your current body weight, Joe?
I'm about 185, and I'm 6'2".
Okay, very good. Well, that's perfect. That's perfect. That is a perfect body weight for somebody who's 6'2". All right. So here's the recommendation for the next 90 days. And honestly, I'm going to guess that someone in your state of health, you're going to know whether this is working or not inside of 4 weeks, all right? 1 month. So here's what I would do for 1 month. I would do 2 anti-aging healthy start packs. 2 anti-aging healthy start packs, 4 bottles of selenium, and 2 bottles of glucogel at the 240 count. 2 bottles of glucogel at the 240 count, 4 bottles of selenium, and 2 anti-aging healthy start packs. Now, I've got no idea what your budget is. If that's not in the budget, then do 1 anti-aging healthy start pack, 2 bottles of selenium, and 1 bottle of glucogel. 1 anti-aging healthy start pack, 2 bottles of selenium, and 1 bottle of glucogel. Now, another thing that's worth mentioning and noticing here, right, because you're obviously a guy that works out a lot, when you're working out, what are you doing? You're putting stress on your muscles and your ligaments, your bones, your tendons, your joints, and all of your internal organs and your heart, and you're doing it intentionally. Exercise is considered positive stress. because it stresses different parts of your body on purpose, and then after the exercise is over, your body attempts to strengthen the part of your body that you just stressed. And, that's why we get stronger and better the more and more exercise we do, right? Our endurance gets better, our strength gets better, everything gets better. But in order to strengthen the part of your body that you've just stressed, your body needs raw materials. Your body can't strengthen the heart with pixie dust. Your body can't strengthen the heart with water. Your body needs 90 essential nutrients that your body needs to strengthen and repair itself and keep you going. And, regretfully, man, this is our whole mantra, that the 90 essential nutrients that your body needs, they're not in your food. They're not. There might be 15 of them in your food. There might be 20. I mean, every meal it's different. But there's not 90 nutrients in every meal. So you must be supplementing in order to support and promote your body's ability to fix itself, especially if you're an exercise guy. Now, Theo Ratliff, right? Second oldest player in the NBA. We added 5 extra years to his NBA career because he got on board with medical nutrition after the best orthopedic doctors in the world told him he was done. He completely rebuilt and strengthened his body from the inside out with medical nutrition. I'm telling you, man, if you're a gym rat, if you're a weekend warrior and you start our program, your recovery time's going to be better, your endurance is going to be better, everything's going to brighten up, and it's going to be noticeable within the first 2 weeks. So check it out, man. Start taking those supplements and give me a call back in a couple of weeks with a report. Sound good?
All right, thanks a lot.
All right, Joe, I appreciate it. By the way, folks, 855-347-3696, 855-347-3696. That's the number to call to order the supplements if you haven't been directed here by a friend. If you've been directed here by a friend, call them to order the supplements, because that's how we roll. I'm Dr. Peter Glidden, your steadfast advocate for health. Don't even think about touching that dial. Welcome back. We're going back to California with Karen. Hello, Karen. That's a bad Arnold Schwarzenegger impersonation. Thanks for calling. How can I help?
Oh, thank you for taking my call. I've been diagnosed with osteoporosis and Hashimoto's disease and rosacea.
Yikes.
And I've taken boatloads of different supplements, capsule form, and I've been in the last 6 years, I've been with a 12-step program where I eat no flour or sugar, caffeine, no carbonated water.
Yeah, good for you.
So I've been eating well, and I thought I was taking supplements, but I still feel tired, lousy. My face is not nice.
Yeah.
And my OBGYN is complaining because of the osteoporosis, and I won't take the Fosamax.
Well, you shouldn't take the Fosamax. That's one thing. So let me speak to the other thing first, though. And I'm so happy that you called here, because here's the deal. And, honestly, anybody who has anything to do with any type of vitamin supplement, right, is going to tell you that their stuff is the best. So this is a hard conversation for me to have with anybody, because, look, somebody's supplements have to be number one. Somebody has to be number one. I've been doing this clinically for over 2 decades. I used to work for a vitamin company, and they only sold to physicians, right? It was direct-to-physician only nutraceuticals, real high-quality stuff. I've been around the nutritional supplement industry my entire professional career. I mean, my profession wrote the book on nutritional supplementation. It is because of the naturopathic profession that nutritional supplement companies and the sales of nutritional supplements and the reality of nutritional supplements in the world and the use thereof is on the rise. And that's because of us. And I got to tell you, honest to God, since I've been using Dr. Wallach's nutritional supplements and his recipes, the results that I've seen with people and with my patients is startling. And Wallach's Therapeutics eclipsed anything that I had previously had experience with. And honestly, Karen, it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter who you go to or what you use. It doesn't matter if it's the Surgeon General of the U.S. or a shaman in the rainforest in Brazil. The only thing that matters is results. Doesn't matter if you get, your supplements online or from some boutique clinic on Rodeo Drive in Los Angeles. The only thing that matters is whether or not you get results, right? Right.
That's correct.
That's correct. So, look, for something like this, my recommendation is 90 days, right? And by the way, whenever you go to a health professional with a health question, and listen up, those of you in radio land and in internet land, this applies to you as well. Whomever you go to for medical advice, you must demand from them a timetable inside of which you're going to work to realize results. Well, how long is it going to take, Doc? Is it a week? Is it a month? Is it a year? How long am I going to have to do your program before I realize benefits, either subjectively with how I feel or objectively with my blood work? How long, and my DEXA scan, right? How long is it going to take?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, with me and with this program, with the stuff that you've got, 90 days. 90 days, all right? I'm going to recommend that you follow my advice for 90 days, and inside of that 90-day time frame, you want to look to see how you feel objectively. What happens to your energy? What happens to your mood? What happens to your sleep? What happens to your appetite? What happens to the rosacea, right? And then, of course, moving further downstream, we want the DEXA scan to improve and yada, yada, yada. But what this whole program leans upon is producing results in a holistic fashion. Because this isn't a treatment for osteoporosis. This isn't a treatment for rosacea. This isn't a treatment for fibromyalgia or arthritis or anything else. This is a treatment for Karen from California, right? It's a holistic thing for your whole body, and when we give the right stuff in the right amounts and ensure your absorption thereof, we're going to see results. Now, I've talked myself right into a hard break here, Karen from California, so stick with me if you can through the other side of the break. If you